Namaste. Namaste, Ila Didi. Namaste to all participants. Ila Didi, am I audible?
जी नमस्ते प्रिया दीदी, नमस्ते इला दीदी. Yes दीदी, welcome. You're clearly audible. Please welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
Namaste.
So we can start the session now. I think the students will be joining. Many have joined also now. So we'll, as per time, it's we have to start at 7:30. So we'll start the session. Namaste. Namaste to all students and as well as teachers. This is our follow-up session, which is particularly for students in universal human values. And many of the students who are attending this session are students who had done the UHV either in the student induction program in the college, or they had done the workshop which is conducted by AICTE. The 2 workshops have already been over in English session which is happening in the evenings. So many students have attended that workshop, and those students are joining for this follow-up session for more exploration. Like as we are also co-explorers with you. So I welcome all of you. And today our session will be taken by resource person, Sunil Bhaiya and Ila Didi. I welcome both of you. So we can start the session, Bhaiya and Didi.
Yeah, namaste everyone.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste,
Thank you, Priya Didi. Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste. Sarapatana Bhaiya, namaste. Parikshit Bhaiya, namaste. And
Ansel is also telling namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Ansel.
Okay, may I share my screen now?
Yes, Bhaiya, can share it.
Okay. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes,
Bhaiya, it's visible.
Okay, very good. Right. So last week we have been discussing.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste.
Ji. So, like today,
Manisha Didi.
Ji, Bhaiya.
Yeah, namaste, Manisha Didi. I just started the session. You can also
Very
just
nice.
share with the students. Many students have joined. You can also.
Okay, that's very nice. That's very nice. So, dear students, this session is mainly the follow-up session of the student induction program. And many of you in your colleges must have undergone the induction program activity. And therein, maybe you have also undergone a number of sessions related to UHV content. And the follow-up session on Wednesday and Friday are broadly related to the aspects that were discussed in the student induction program related to universal human values. And the one on Wednesday, in which we discussed mainly the UHV related activities. On Friday, we discussed mainly the holistic health and related activities. So today, as I can see the view foil, there's going to be a discussion on harmony in society and society. So Sunil Bhaiya, you're going to take the session?
Ji Didi.
Nice, Bhaiya.
Yeah.
So we have with us Sunil Bhaiya, Sunil sir for the students, and Bhaiya is going to take us forward with respect to the discussion on the society, which we look at with mutual fulfillment, and in which all the members in the society are with a feeling of relationship with each other, and also with looking for their participation in the larger order with respect to the nature and the existence in totality. So Bhaiya is going to take us forward with the session, and it will be highly appreciable if the students who've joined this particular reunion would be very interactive, and even the faculty members along can let the discussion be mutually enriching for all. So thank you, and over to you, Bhaiya.
Thank you. Thank you, Didi. Yeah, so once again, welcome all the co-explorers. There is no differentiation like students or faculty members. Everyone is like co-explorers over here. So anytime during the meeting, you can stop me and ask your query. Let us go like a discussion. There is no kind of do's and don'ts, or there is no kind of lectures over here. Whatever is going to be placed would be like proposals only, as we have discussed in the past also. We have been discussing with regard to understanding harmony in the self, understanding harmony in the family in the previous meetings. And last Wednesday, we have had a discussion on understanding harmony in the society. So that is partially done. And now we continue from there. So before that, we will be having a short recap of what we have had in the previous session. And then we proceed just like that. So this particular set of slides have been used for delivery of the content in the students induction program. And this is a set of revised slides. So what you have been, what you saw in the last meeting, maybe slightly different kind of slide. That is a bit older version. So now we have a new set of slides available. So anyway, the content is almost same, but slightly different way of presenting it. That's it. Yeah. So when we discuss about society, as Manisha Didi rightly pointed out, society is consisting of families. Your institution can also be like a society for you. If your classes are like families, let's say the institution, the whole institution consisting of several classes, maybe like a society. You can define society in several contexts, just like that. Usually what we say is individuals form the families, and families form the society. Okay. So when we talk about society, there are plenty of concerns like this. We can read what is available in the view foil right now, in the screen right now. There are plenty of concerns given over there. And we can think of whether we are also concerned about some of these concerns or some of the other concerns which are there with us, right? Yeah, if I say dictate some of them for discussion. So far, I was protected by my parents. Now, I have to face the society all by myself. Will I be able to do it? This can be a question which would come to maybe some of you. How can there be communal harmony in the society? How can the society be free of crimes, especially crimes against women? How can I play a vital role in making a corruption-free society? There is a vast gap between rich and poor in the society. What could be the solution to this? How do I make my country have better relations with its neighbors? What areas do I pick for innovation and research, which can be useful for the society at large? How do I take my parental family and my future family together while on job? So likewise, there are plenty of concerns listed over here. So these are also collected from some of the students' workshops and just listed for our own self-exploration. Society has various systems: education, health, market, governance, judiciary, media, public services, etc., etc. Can I have a holistic understanding for all these systems and my role therein? So when we talk of rather when we start exploring with respect to society, such concerns will come to us. How do we find a solution? So whenever we think of a problem, we have to think of the solution also, right? Yeah. Is there a question? Somebody has unmuted, I suppose. Yeah. Do you have more concerns? That's what I mean. Let us go for the solutions a little bit later, but such concerns are there with you? Abhirami, you have a question? If your mic is unmuted, that is why. Oh, she has muted. Okay, fine. So anytime if you would wish to speak, you can unmute and speak with regard to the content. Okay, nice. So do you have your own other concerns? If any other concerns are there, you can place it here. These are just for our thought only, just for placed. All these things are being placed for initiating our self-exploration. That's it. So if you have more concerns from your own side, you can just place it over here. And then we will think of how to holistically see the concerns and try to find solutions to each and every one of these concerns. All right, since the content has been discussed partially by Arjun Bhaiya last week, I just go on a little bit faster to the point where he has actually he has raised. Yeah, by the way, we have a hand raised over here. Let us take the question. Ashutosh Bajpayee ji. So, yeah.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Bhaiya, if you have any other concern, this thing, my concern is one thing only, the how I will be able to achieve this right understanding and right relationship, and how it can be transformed in others also. That is the main concern. If it happens, most of the problems will solve. What I have understood till date.
See, very nice explanation, Bhaiya. So we are going to come to that. Nice, right understanding and right feeling in the individual, right? So yeah, we will discuss about that maybe from the next slide onwards. Nice observation and nice comment. Thank you. Akhila Jayaprakash, you have a comment or you have a sharing? Please go ahead. Akhila Jayaprakash ji, you can, and yeah, please.
Sir,
please.
am I audible, sir?
Yeah, very much audible. Please go ahead. Akhila.
So my concern is how can we say no to someone who are deeply or strong, who have strong relationship with us? Because, for example, my principal mom loves me so much, so she did so many things for me, and she gave me so many opportunities for developing my curricular and co-curricular activities. Actually, she did so many things for me, and also she offered a job in her office. But at that time, I had said, "I'm sorry, mom. My ambition is to become a teacher." She said, "Okay, then we can search for a school." But now again, she offered me another job as a trainer in placement cell in our college itself. She called the placement officer and asked him to give me a job. I know she do all these things for me and for my future, but my childhood ambition is to become a teacher. So I know that I can't do that job as a placement trainer well, and because that is not my ambition, I didn't like that job. So how can I reject this job without affecting our strong relationship?
Very good explanation. Very nice. So your principal, she is your teacher for sure, right? She wishes to improve your competence, maybe your skill competence possibly, right? So for the time being, I'm muting you because there is some noise from your side. So you can unmute and speak when you wish to speak. So she wishes to, yeah. You want to speak something more, please? No, okay, fine. So what I was telling is that your principal or your teacher wishes to improve your competence, right? Then you tell that,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you have you wish to go become a teacher. And now let me ask you, is a teaching job available to you at this point of time?
No,
Not yet.
sir. Actually, I had searching for a school.
Right. So you can discuss. First of all, you can think of yourself whether if you go for the job offered by the principal, if you are in harmony with your skills as well as with
No,
the
sir.
values
I
you have
can't
imbibed.
do that job.
You cannot do that job.
No, sir. I'm sure that I can't do that job well because I'm not interested in that.
Then you can have a word with your principal and discuss with regard to your competence level, with regard to your abilities, and with the right understanding, say ensured with the principal by your side, this issue can be solved. I suppose so. Maybe a conversation would help you. And with right feeling, you can discuss the matter with the principal, and you can try to ensure right understanding within you first of all, and then with the principal also. Then saying no is not a big thing, I think. So, but say on the face, if you say no, that may be like right understanding may not be established over there. So with the right feeling, you can discuss the matter with the principal, and probably you can sort things out. But maybe it may take some time.
Yes, sir. Because most of it, sir.
Raji, your voice is breaking.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Now it's okay. Audible, audible.
Sir, most of the time, if we say no to someone who are deeply or strongly relationship with us, it may affect our relationship. Most of the time, it affect our relationship. How can we say sweetly no?
You can observe what is happening when you say, you don't need to say no to anyone, but you can observe what is happening within you. When something is offered, when something is told to you, what is happening within you? Is it disturbing your harmony? If it disturbs your harmony, then you can establish, first of all, your own harmony within by right understanding and right feeling with the other person. So if you have a right relationship with the other person, then you can have a discussion with the other person on with affection, maybe with gratitude if the other person is if your teacher, and with love also. Then if the other person is also assured of the right relationship, and if right understanding is there, then I think you can have you can think of this by yourself. I don't say that this is going to be a solution, but you can think of the solution, and you can also always find the solution with right understanding and right feeling. Well, we are going to discuss that in the coming slides in detail. This is only a
Okay,
proposal,
sir.
so you can just think of this. Nice. Anyway, that's a very nice comment,
Okay,
Akila.
sir.
Thank you. Probably when we
Thank
discuss
you.
more in the content, we can come back to this particular point and discuss again. All right. Nice.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So there may be other concerns as far as you are concerned. You can place it over here, or you can just think of some of the concerns which when you work with the society, and let us think solution-centric now. Yeah. So this also has been discussed possibly in the previous meeting. So I just go through very quickly. I think we have stopped at the human goal, the basic human goal. So till then, I will go a little bit faster because it is like a recap. But anyway, you can have exploration, and we will continue with your as well as my exploration. So the present state is many times we work with limited vision. We confine to ourselves. I confine to myself, my family, my job, my career, my enjoyment at workplace and family, etc. You can explore whether this also is happening with you. But real life is not just this, because we are in a society. There are different people in the society. There are different units in the society. In real life, we have to face the society in multiple ways. So when we do not have a holistic vision of society, and we are faced with some disturbing issues, we try to fight against the problems. Many times we start feeling lonely. So fighting against the problems, when we To do that, we can observe what is happening within us. Is it a feeling of, say, disharmony? Is it a disturbing kind of a feeling within us, or is it a harmonious kind of a feeling? So many of us, can we observe that many of us are in the present state, like say, entrapped in some of this, and we would like to come out of this, right? What is a proposed way out? That is what is being discussed in harmony, understanding harmony in the society. All right. So can there be a holistic vision for harmonious society? A harmonious world? Unless my vision is clear, how do I pick up my role in it? So first of all, we have to see what is a harmonious vision. And then once my vision is clear, then I can pick up my role and then I can work accordingly. Hence, I need to understand the common goal of human beings living in the society together. Right. So we have been discussing in the previous Wednesday's meeting with regard to the common human goal. Right. So we will go to that in maybe in another slide. So in the previous sessions, we have been discussing about harmony at the level of individual and family. We saw that the basic aspiration of every human being is continuity of happiness and prosperity. This is something which we have explored already. Trust is a foundation of every relationship. This also has been explored in detail in the previous meetings. The feeling of love is the foundation of an undivided society. That is the thing which we discussed maybe the Wednesday prior to the previous one. Right. If we understand this, we can make effort for it individually, in the family level, and in the larger society, larger order, that is society. So we wish to explore the goal of human being living in society, so that desirable systems required for it may be developed and effectively implemented to the subsequent goals. So here we go into the common goal of a human society. So we have been here in the last Wednesday's meeting. So we will explore from here in detail. When we discuss about the common goal of a human society, the first thing will be looking at ourselves, looking at me, looking at you. Right understanding and right feeling in the human being, in every individual, which leads to happiness in the individual level. Then when the human beings who are having this right understanding and right feeling ensured within them, making a family, or all the family members have the right understanding and right feeling ensured within them, then the feeling of prosperity will automatically follow. That is another proposal. Right. And once in every family, the feeling of prosperity is ensured, because society is consisting of families. Fearlessness, that is trust, can be ensured in society. Right. What is your exploration? Is fear good in society, or fearlessness? Is trust ensured to be ensured in society, or fear in a society? What is the feeling which you have when you live in a society? You can explore just like this in this line. So let me complete that. At the level of coexistence, at the level of nature and existence, there is coexistence, mutual fulfillment. When at the level of the human being or the individual level, we have right understanding and right feeling, which leads to the happiness of the individual. At the level of coexistence in nature and existence, when we coexist with each and every unit of nature, then this happiness will be mutually fulfilled with the other human being, and with the feeling of prosperity will be shared to the rest of the nature, will be mutually fulfilled with the rest of the nature. So this is a proposal. The common goal of a human society consists of these 4 components. That is a proposal here. I have a message from Ansel stating that trust should be ensured among all the individuals in the society. Ansel, we can look at ourselves first. What is happening with ourselves? But if there is right understanding and right feeling in you, in me, in every other individual, then trust will automatically follow. What we say with regard to trust is that the other person wants to make me happy. To be ensured that the other person wants to make me happy. So if you are to be ensured that the other person wants to make you happy, then right understanding and right feeling has to be ensured within ourselves or oneself. And still, you want to say something? Any
No,
comments?
sir, I likely agree with you, sir, regarding that right understanding and right feeling should be developed within ourselves and then imparted to the society.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much for the thought. Yes. So what we see here is the basic, the common goal of a human society. And yeah. So these questions were asked in the last meeting also, and we stopped there, right? In this, is this needed? Is this indeed our collective aspiration? Are all 4 required, desirable, or we can leave something out? We can comment in the chat box whether all these 4 goals are required, or can we leave with just 1 of them, or 2 of them, or 3 of them, or just some of them, let's say, in general. What do you think? Are all the 4 goals required, or we require only, say, some of them? Shashikanji is telling all the 4 are required. Nice. Yeah. Sandeep K. G is telling same. Ansel is telling gratitude can also be added. Yeah. Ansel, right feeling. When we say with regard to right understanding and right feeling, the right feeling is based on all those 9 distinct feelings which we discuss in harmony in the family level, understanding harmony in the family level. So gratitude is there, automatically there. Akila is telling we require all the 4 goals. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Ansel. So what we can verify is, rather what we can see from here is that all the 4 goals are required and all the 4 goals are connected. Can you see this? For example, to ensure prosperity in every family, the individuals who constitute the family, they have to ensure right understanding and right feeling within. Right. When we say right understanding, it means understanding harmony at all the 4 levels: individual, family, society, and nature. And right feelings means what? We, starting from trust, the foundation value or the foundation feeling, to the universal value or the universal feeling, love. When we say love, it is having the feeling that every other human being and every other unit in the nature are related to me. Right? When we have that kind of a feeling, prosperity will automatically ensure in every family. And then when you look at the society, where the families are are units in society, fearlessness will automatically come. Trust will be there in such a society. Right. And then you can look at the nature and existence level. So this mutual fulfillment of the basic aspirations will be there in such a case. Coexistence will be there in as a sequence, as a consequence of the previous goals. Right. So when you say if all four are achieved, would anything else be required? What do you think? Let's assume that all four goals are achieved by us at the four levels. At all the four levels. Do we require anything else? You can comment in the chat box, or you can place your sharing. Unmuting yourself. Mic has been given to almost all of you. So what we would like to hear is from the students, more from the students, but others also can, teachers also can speak. No problem. Priya, did this link? No. So when all four are achieved, that is complete, right? That is what you think? Or do you have a different explanation? The basic human, say the common goal, yeah. Shashikan Bhaiya is telling, no, it is continuity. Its continuity is necessary, yes. So when we say continuity, right understanding and right feeling in the individual ensures continuity of the human, say the happiness as a basic human aspiration. And when that leads to prosperity in every family, that ensures continuity of the feeling of prosperity in every family. At any point of time, suppose if you feel that the continuity is disturbed, then we have to look back to our right understanding and right feeling. Yeah, continuity of happiness or prosperity, this is disturbed means what? The harmony is getting affected, first of all, within the individual. So then we can look back to ourselves to establish, rather to ensure right understanding and right feeling. Okay, so when all the four goals are achieved, that is a complete set of goals. Right, but this is something which we can see. But are we working for all these four goals in the society? What do you say? Are we really working for all these four in the society? What about in the family? Are we actually working for the four goals? Can I have your exploration? Ansil is telling, yes, sir, both in society and family. Somebody wishes to speak something. Somebody's mic was on mute. Okay.
Ji, namaste.
Namaste, Kalicharan Priya.
Yeah. Actually, generally, we are always busy for the professionally, not for the family. But the family is required. First priority will be the family.
Right.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So as Kalicharan Priya pointed out, first priority has to be given to the family, and the individuals in the family are making the family. So let us look within and let us try to see whether we have the right understanding and right feeling in all circumstances, unperturbed and unconditional. Very important. When we consider the other as similar to me, unperturbed, unconditional, if we can respect the other person, if we can trust the other person, if the behavior of the other person is not disturbing us in any case, then we can ensure that we have right understanding and right feeling. Right understanding within us and right feeling towards the other person. Shashikan Bhaiya is telling in the chat box, no, not right now. It's challenge to stay in harmony in family and society?
Bhaiya, one thing I observed now, right?
Please.
See, there are so many related persons who attended the program, this UHB program during the pandemic time, right? And the pandemic situation was a very critical situation for all of us. And during that time, you can say that all the harmony is disturbed. Nature is going to be coming in a very, you can say that familiar manner. Natural is coming to the, it's a real nature. But in family, I am now observing whenever there is a job scarcity is coming and so many crises are coming and pay based upon the salary also deducted in some cases. Now I'm finding that the harmony what is maintained during the pandemic time, as they are in the home and they are more close to their family members. But I am observing practical things. I'm observing, I'm presenting here. The practical thing now, the maximum persons, they are diverting for their professionalism only, right? So in some cases I've observed these things, and when I'm trying to identify these things, again they are coming back to the money oriented. But as we are always telling that money is not the priority, family is the first priority. To understand, to keep the relation is the first priority in the life.
Right.
Then how to overcome this situation, how to explain this situation? Because I explain in some cases, but contradicted questions are, if the money is not there, can you sustain? Then I am telling that if life is not there, relation is not there, family members are not there, then how to sustain? This is the practical thing is coming now, what I observed.
Right,
Can you
right,
little
right.
bit things, can you explain on these things so that
Right,
we can
right.
able to communicate with the persons?
Here, let us first of all look within. Is the problems, as you said, during the pandemic time and right now, you said the harmony has been disturbed. So when you say the harmony is disturbed, let us think whether the harmony is disturbed within ourselves, or is it in some other sense? Is the harmony is disturbed because of some other reason?
Yeah, of course, harmony is disturbed from our end.
Correct.
Because we are unbalancing, we are not making frequency or synchronize the frequency of mind ourselves only. We are disturbing situation, and the platform is as usual as per the requirement.
Right. As you said, physical facility is required for sure. At say adequate amount, it is required. And at the same time, we can observe whether if the physical facility is there, even then, if the harmony within the human being is disturbed, then what is the reason for that? Is it the physical facility or the right understanding and right feeling?
Sunil Bhaiya, can I just
Sure.
Bhaiya, can you just observe the problem you have is because of lack of physical facility or due to some relationship? Like, you can observe yourself. The problem that don't observe the others. For example, your harmony is disturbed because of lack of physical facility or lack of relationship with the family members.
Didi, on this point, I am telling that I much gained from this program, and I am much more synchronized with my my mind and with my family. Now, though the work is overloaded, etc., overloaded, but I am happy with myself and with my family. But when I'm observing to the other, they are not much more interested for the physical. They want how they can save more money for the coming future. This is the problem now coming to the society. If you want to observe,
They have not understood because
exactly,
like
exactly.
we had undergone this workshop, we had explored, then we had understood when we can observe within ourselves, the problem is relationship. Many times it is the issue is coming with the relationship, so they have not when they reach that competence they can understand, so now they have not understood it. So slowly, when we increase our competence, we can make them understand, but it will take time. But slowly, if you make them do the workshop, and only by attending the workshop will not work out, we need to explore the content. Then we can understand many of the problems that is within us is not due to lack of physical facility. it is due to the issues in relationship.
Yeah, Kalichan Bhaiya, I would like to add one more thing to that.
No. Exactly. We will try our level best to convince them about the content, and they have to understand. Though argument will come, let us try to help them also in our level best.
Mhm. Yeah, Kalichan Bhaiya, when the right understanding and right feeling are ensured within us, then if we are in perfect harmony, then you can see that the other will come to you for sure. We don't need
Sure.
to go to the other and try to correct them, but we can help them to
Yes.
improve their own competence. And
Yes.
for that, we can propose something. That's all. We don't need
Right.
to tell them that you are wrong and whatever you are doing.
Good one,
Not
Bhaiya.
telling like that. And if you try to find problems with them, they may not be actually following.
Exactly.
So they have
Now
to-
I'm observing only they are busy, and they are maximum they are utilizing their brain how to save the money. That is the biggest issue now coming. As per my analysis is going on.
yeah, you can lead by example. That's why what I could propose. Well, if you are in perfect harmony, I mean, even with limited physical facilities, but with right understanding and right feeling, then the other will automatically come to the person who is harmonious. That is what I can observe.
Thank you, Bhaiya. We will proceed. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Namaste to all.
Namaste. Doctors Swayam Satpatiji, you raised your hand. Namaste.
Namaste to all.
Yeah.
So actually, there are certain contradictory points that come to us when we talk about, physical facility, balancing physical facility and harmony. Though, as I understand, as you rightly say, that if we have a harmony within ourselves and we have the right understanding, then our, what do I say, restoring the physical facility will be less. That is, we will not save for the future, or we will not be concerned about saving for the future more rather than understanding ourselves. But most of the times we are in a situation when there is inflation all around. So at that point of time, even if we have the harmony within ourselves, even if we have the right understanding, but can we do with a limited source of income on physical facility?
What I understand from what you said is that if you do not store physical facility for the future, will that be but with right understanding and right feeling, will that be an issue? That is what you asked?
Yes, I asked, will that not be an issue? Because you see, Mia, as during the pandemic, I have few scholars actually. They are doing PhDs. So some of the scholars, they are, their husbands lost their jobs. So when they,
can I answer it? I understood the question of ma'am.
Didi, okay, you go ahead.
Okay. Didi, what I understood is it is never told in UHV that you should not but you should not have physical facility. Of course, we should have physical facility for the future also. Because we should have that feeling of prosperity that we have sufficient physical facility. So it is nothing like that. We should not save money. Of course, this is a time when we can work, so in old age we cannot work. So we should have the physical facility for future also. But how much that is that we need to analyze, and we should have that prosperity feeling. Even a rich person may not have that prosperity feeling. But a person who is having an average salary, he might feel that prosperity feeling. He understands that his physical facility is sufficient to run the family for the future also.
yes, probably.
So there's nothing you should not say. We should not have physical facility.
Yeah,
we should have
absolutely.
physical facility.
Yes,
but that comes in the third priority. First is right understanding. So with the right understanding, we know how much physical facility we need to have. Then the second one is the relationship, and the third is the physical facility. That is, there is never told that we should not have the physical facility.
Yeah, so to bring the harmony among relationship and in order to save for our old age. So, and right understanding. So we have to have a physical facility. So there has
Yeah.
to be a parity between all the three.
Yeah. So if you have a
Okay.
good relationship, if you have a right understanding, you know what job you need to do to get that physical facility. And if you have the relationship, good relationship, even if you land up in some problem, you there's people to help you.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
That's
why
true.
they are coming to the higher level.
Correct.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Priya Didi. So adding to that, I would like to say that we discuss about production and work maybe in the next session when we discuss about the understanding harmony in the nature. So there also we say that the physical facilities are to be produced because of our work with the rest of the nature. But what we do not propose is the accumulation of physical facilities so that somebody else is deprived. That is the only thing. But physical facilities, as Priya Didi rightly pointed out, it is required. And but at the same time, we have to have the feeling of prosperity. That is it. Thank you. So Shashikant Bhaiya has commented already that right understanding is found confusing in relevance to physical facility within and around us. Shashikant Bhaiya, if you have right understanding within, say, ensured within us, we can come to say an evaluation with regard to how much physical facility is required. We usually say with regard to clothes, how many clothes do we have in the workshops? So when we have a feeling that the number of clothes which we have is enough or more than enough, then accumulation can be avoided. Rather, we can develop the feeling of prosperity. So this confusion of relevance of physical facility is, to my understanding, it is out of place when we have right understanding. Shashikant Bhaiya would like to say something with regard to this?
Yes, Bhaiya, I absolutely agree with you. Now, like in this last couple of years, the way UHV has been adopted in an organizational sense by AICTE, this kind of efforts are really inculcating these particular seeds into the minds of at least few. So if right understanding is done in this guided manner, I'm sure we are really leading to a good society. So this confusion, if we will remove from the minds of the majority of the population, hopefully the world will be happy. Yeah, I absolutely agree and really praise your suggestion. Very nice.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you. And still, there's a long comment. So would you like to speak upon this rather than me reading it?
Yes, sir. Like I would like to reflect that the society of today are just putting forward the concept that having more and more money is just prosperous, or having more physical facility is considered to be prosperous, and the poor people are classified as such. But the fact is that in anything which can be above average can be really considered as prosperous. Let it be feelings or let it be the physical facility. So we can be prosperous with our own thoughts and in right understanding, and also in the right feeling in ourselves, which is currently in the current scenario, it's more essential, sir, to develop such feelings within ourselves. That's what I would like to reflect, sir.
Nice, Senthil. But let me clarify one thing, that when we say prosperity, it is a feeling of having more than enough physical facility, producing or having more than enough physical facility. And with regard to harmony, say the right understanding and right feeling in the self are also required for harmony in the self. Right. So prosperity in terms of thoughts is something a confusing kind of a statement, I would say. You can just think of it. When you say prosperity is with regard to the physical facility, having or producing more than required physical facility. That when that feeling is there in the self, then we can share whatever is excess with us with others also. But with the right understanding and right feeling. So with right understanding, we can come to a evaluation, how much is required within us for us, and then the rest can be like shared. But the other things like thoughts, expectations, desires, etc., they are different for different persons. That is continuously happening in every person. And there is no kind of prosperity bird attached to that, because it is continuous. This process is continuous. But with right understanding and right feeling, diverting or rather channelizing or guiding these thoughts so that we can achieve our aspirations like happiness and prosperity and continuity, then that is actually leading to a harmonious life. That is what I can comment with regard to your statement. It is good. You are exploring. Nice. Good to see that you are exploring. So you need to just try to understand the difference between prosperity and right understanding. I think it is, these two words are slightly confusing. So just explore further and try to see what is prosperity and what is right understanding. Thank you, Ansel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So we discussed with regard to the common goal of a human society. We can see that all the four are required, and when all the four are achieved, that is a complete set of goals. And now we have to see whether we are working for all these four goals in society. And of course, family is a unit of the society. So what is happening right now, if you just explore, like you see, the current state, assumptions, like somebody was exploring, or something within the self of somebody, maybe money is everything. That is a kind of a misconception, right? Or assumption in somebody. And when we think that somebody thinks that money is everything in every individual, what is happening is obsession for consumption and obsession for profit. Of course, obsession for sensual pleasure also, when we go in that direction. So we can see what is happening in the society with us and with the other part of the other society. Accumulation by any means of physical facilities in few individuals, that also will lead to obsession for consumption, profit, sensual pleasure, etc. Okay. And domination, exploitation in society level will lead to fear in the society. That leads to terrorism, war kind of actions. We can see what are the effects of these kind of, say, the current scenario in the human society. Mastery, exploitation, leading to, that is over nature, leading to resource depletion, pollution, etc. So we have been witnessing one of this or the other in our individual level, family level, society, or nature at some time or the other. And all these things, say, the kind of activities which are given in these black boxes at the level of individual, family, or society, or nature, they do not lead to harmony. So we have to work towards, as it is proposed in the previous slide, let us try to work towards we can make effort for this achieving this human goal at the level of individual level, family, society, and nature. The first thing which we can do is we can work upon ourselves. So if every individual is working upon himself or herself, trying to ensure the right understanding and right feeling, so that harmony is ensured within every individual, then the other goals automatically follow. So you can have arrow marks along the horizontal direction also, not along the vertical direction, but not alone along the vertical direction, but along the horizontal also. So prosperity follows from this, fearlessness follows from the other, and coexistence, mutual enrichment or mutual fulfillment follows from the other three. If you take it as like 1, 2, 3, and 4, one is required to ensure 2. One is required to ensure 3. One is required to ensure 4 also. What do you think? Can we connect them like that? Well, largely our imagination, this pie chart, is guided by preconditioning, sensation, and natural acceptance. These are the sources of our imagination. Something which we have seen at the level of the individual, harmony in the individual, harmony at the level of the self. When we say with regard to the goals, right, at the individual level, family, society, nature, if our imagination is guided by largely by or mostly by this red portion or the black portion, that is the preconditioning part or the sensation part, that may result in some of these activities, that is accumulating more and more without having a feeling of prosperity, without having a feeling of right understanding and right feeling with the other human being, and exploiting nature. For example, we cut trees, maybe to build houses or some other purpose. At the same time, if we have a feeling for the nature, then we try to plant some saplings also. If we cut one tree, if we can plant, let's say, more than one sapling and nurture them, it is not with regard to just planting a sapling, but it is what is important is nurturing the sapling so that it can grow by its own. Then we have a feeling of love towards the units in nature, and then I can say that that kind of imagination is guided by natural acceptance or intention. So ideally speaking, we would like to cover the entire pie chart with this yellow region. That is, we would like to have our imagination based on our natural acceptance rather than preconditioning or sensation. But of course, in the current scenario, there are certain preconditions, there are certain sensations also, which may lead to such kind of activities over here. So we slowly, with our right understanding and right feeling, we slowly come out of such preconditionings and sensations and try to achieve the goals, the human goals. Now, let me sum up whatever we have been telling with regard to society. At the level of society, we have a common goal. That is what we have proposed. The common goal is to ensure right understanding and right feeling in every individual, prosperity in every family, fearlessness in the society, and coexistence in the nature and existence. Lack of fulfillment of human goal has led to problems at every level. So we can work towards this, and let us conclude this session with these two, say, home assignments. Every student and every teacher can do this. So what is proposed here is, say, how do you want to live in your institution or hostel? With a common goal and common program of action, and everyone in the institution or hostel does a part of the common program, with everyone having their own goals and own programs. So instead of making a code of conduct, we can discuss with the hostel inmates and try to ensure right understanding and right feeling in the hostel inmates. And then let us try to realize the common hostel goal. So if every inmate in the hostel can look within and try to ensure the right understanding and right feeling, and then have a discussion upon the common goal in the uncommon program of action in a hostel, then probably the problems with regard to, say, hostel inmates can be solved to some extent. Right. Then the second assignment which is given here is, today there is struggle, competition, terrorism, and war, etc. The frustration leads to many problems like alcoholism. So we can make a list of these problems. Are these natural phenomena or due to lack of understanding in human being, what can be done to address the problems about in your hostel? So you see, both the questions or rather both the assignments which are proposed here are with regard to your hostel or your institution. So let the students take it like in their hostel. You can just try to explore yourself and try to do this assignment. Maybe when we discuss the content in the next follow-up meeting, we can take up this. And we will discuss with regard to the assignment. The teachers also, the co-explorers who are the teachers, can also consider this as our own institution. So what is happening with the institution among the faculty members? We can consider like that, and we can try to make this assignment. So it is, time is already up, I suppose. So if there is some questions, we can take it up. By the way, you can see there is a message in the chat box. There is a 6 days evening part-time English workshop is happening for students on universal human values from 6th of June to 11th of June. So all students can register for that, and you can copy this message and maybe paste this in the WhatsApp group of your colleagues, and then you can motivate others also to join. So it is good for self-exploration, because it is, you see, this is only for 3 hours on a day, like from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the evening. The program starts from 5:30 from the second day onwards for informal discussion in the beginning, but the session starts from 6 p.m. onwards. And it is good if you can join the content, which is usually discussed during the eSIP, the say students induction program, will be discussed in detail in this 6 days. So it is good to attend that. So if you can register and if you can spare some time, it will be good. We can explore ourselves, and we can have try to say understand some of the proposals in detail and explore some of the proposals in detail. So with these words, I would like to, because it is time is already up, I would like to hand over this to the moderator, Priya Didi, Manisha Didi.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhaiya, for the session. Actually, as you told, students are having this workshop. Even the students who had done the workshop can also attend it, because like we also know, we had, when we attended more the similar workshops, we could explore more and apply these proposals in life. So if the students who had attended the workshop have time also, you can also register it, and you can tell your friends. It's a AICTE workshop. If you get the attendance also, you will get the certificate, which you get the activity points also. And moreover, that it is like this content is, you can find out this content will definitely help you out in your life for exploration. And that is the main purpose of this workshop. So we'll end this session, and nice to see many students. So we'll meet next week at the same time. Thank you, all the co-explorers, and namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Namaste and thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.